Yo guys, what's going on? It's Shauno here, and today I'm bringing you my updated pre-best in slot gear guide for Phase 4 of Season of Discovery. Now, just recently a lot of items have changed, and some of the things have changed from my last list. The other thing is that Frostfire Bolt does not double dip in hit anymore, so we get 6% from talents and 6% from the ring, so we will need to get 16% hit. I've had other feedback on the list about the cost and everything else, so I will bring two lists. One will be the full pre-best in slot gear, but it will cost a lot of money. And the second one will be a budget set. Let's say you don't have the reputation, you don't have the gold. What are the best items you can get? Now, here is the list. So first, on the head, we've got the Sorcerer's Crown. This will be the absolute pre-BiS head. And for the neck, we've changed to the Star of Mysteria, which drops in Stratholme. This will give us our first % of hit. For the shoulders, we have the Champion's Silk Mantle. Now, this will be from being rank 10. So if you do want the absolute pre-BiS best gear, then you'll want to pick this up and get rank 10. Because the set bonus for this, as pointed out in someone in the comments from the last video, this gives us 23 spell damage in the 2 set, so it's worth picking up. This will be your pre-BiS shoulders. For the cloak, we've gone with the Mage Flame cloak, and the main reason for this is we want that extra fire resistance. You can get green ones with the 21 fire damage, so if it is a lot cheaper, then get hold of that. But if we do need the fire resistance for the bosses, for the hard modes, then this will help a lot. So this is a well drop and will probably be quite expensive. For the chest, it's the robe of the Archmage. Now, as stated in my previous video, it will be very expensive to get hold of the recipe. If you're very lucky and it drops for you, then that's great. And it will be very expensive to craft as well. If you can't get hold of this, then obviously the next best will be the Sorcerer's Robes. For the wrists, we've got the Warsong Gulch bracers. Of course, we'll want those. For the main hand, we've got the Mind Fang, or the Alliance alternative for Arathi Basin having exalted reputation. For the offhand, it's the Tome of Fiery Arcana. This is AV reputation exalted. For the gloves, it's the Inferno gloves. For the belt, it's the Knowledge of the Timber Moor. Now, as a side note, you will need tailoring for this. It will give you a 1% hit. It is a very nice pre-BiS belt. But if you're not tailoring, then just get the Sorcerer's Belt. This also gives us the 1% hit that we need. For the legs, it's the rank 8 legs. This completes our 2 set bonus for the PvP. It also gives us 1% crit. It's very nice. For the feet, it's the Sorcerer's Sandals. As explained before, these are all upgraded from the Magister's ones. You'll have to do a set of quests and it's very expensive to do, but they are the pre-best in slot. For the ring, we want the Burning Ring of Fire. This will drop in the new dungeon. The other ring, we're going with the Rune Band of Wizardry. This will give us another 1% crit. For the trinkets, we've got the Briarwood Reed. This is 29 spell damage. It's very nice. And the Breadth of the Beast. Now, you can get hold of this at the moment. This will give us our final 1% of hit. For the wand, I've put the Bone Creeper Stylus, but the actual best in slot is the BRD one. There'll also be some Fiery Wrath ones, which will be even better if you can get hold of them. Now, that's it for the actual pre-BiS. You can check out the link in description if you want to see all of this. Now, as a reminder, the Sorcerer's set is actually from a bunch of quests upgrading the normal Magister's set. Now, it is very expensive to do and it will be a long farm, which is why with some of the feedback I've had, I will do a budget list. Now, this here is my budget list. Most of this you can get from either PvP or in the dungeons. Now, the head will give us 1% hit that we need. This is in Upper Blackrock Spire. We're still going for the neck. For the PvP set, we're going for 3 pieces on the shoulder, the chest, and the legs. We've got the Fiery Wrath cloak, the normal Magister's bindings, although these will be quite easy to upgrade to the Sorcerer's bindings. They're probably the cheapest and it's the first one you do. or if you do have the Warsong Gulch reputation, of course, you would get the Warsong Gulch braces. For the weapon, we've got the Vermonde's Last Resort, which is from a quest in the Eastern Plaguelands. And for the offhand, we're getting this one from Stratholme. It's giving us 1% hit. The gloves is still the Inferno gloves. For the belt, it's the Clutch of Andrus. This will give us another 1% hit. For the legs, we've got the PvP legs. For the boots, we've got the Magister's boots. And then the Burning Ring of Fire. The ring has changed to the Band of Domination. Now, of course, if you do have the Band of Wizardry for the 1%, then you can change the offhand once you get the Tome of Fiery Arcana. The trinkets are very much the same. We've got the Burst of Knowledge here, but again, you could use Breakfast the Beast and change something else. You can mix and match, but this here is basically assuming you have no reputations. You're just getting up, you're going to do your PvP. If you don't do the PvP, then you would just pick up the normal Magister's set. But the normal Magister's set doesn't perform as good as the PvP set, and it definitely doesn't perform as good as the Sorcerer's set. But I understand, it costs a lot of gold to upgrade to the full Sorcerer's set. Are you going to spend thousands of gold getting to the absolute Pre-BiS? Like this right here is going to cost an absolute fortune. Are you really going to invest in that? If you're not interested in being in the top 1%, then most of the budget list is fine and you'll replace it with raid gear very quickly. If you have any questions or anything, please leave a comment in the description. Otherwise, thank you very much and have a lovely day.